Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing another beginner-friendly mat Pilates to help you build on the foundation of Pilates and find your core, which we call the powerhouse. So let's get started. Today we're going to start in our upside down table. So you want your knees directly in line with the hip and the wrist directly in line with the shoulders. We're going to spread all 10 fingers out on the mat. That tailbone is slightly arched towards the ceiling, not too much, not around back. Slightly arched to the ceiling, belly is still pulled in. So we're fighting gravity to pull the belly in. Your gaze is straight to the front of the mat. You're pressing the mat away from you and pulling that belly button to spine. Just find your center here. We're just going to hold in this position, finding that center, equally distributing the weight from each hand and each leg. And hold. Good. Keep breathing. Keep pulling that belly button to the spine. Keep pressing the mat away from you. This is going to help you find your powerhouse. The powerhouse is our back body and our front body working together. Hold here for 3, for 2, and for 1. Good. Hold in this position. We're going to pick up the right arm and just hold. If that weight shifted, shift yourself back to that center and just hold it here. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lower that right arm back down. Find the center before we move. Keep that press away from the mat. Keep those abdominal muscles engaged. We're going to lift up that left hand in the air. And if you shifted, shift back to your center. You want to keep all that weight equally distributed throughout all the limbs. Hold for 3, for 2, for 1. Good. Lower that left hand back down. We're going to add on here. So curl those toes under. Good. Hold right there. That right leg is going to sweep back to your back corner of the mat. Lift off the mat. And again, if you shifted that weight forward, back, left, right, just refine that center. Recommit to your center. And we hold it here. 3, 2, 1. Good. Right leg comes back down under you. Make sure you place it right underneath that hip. We're going to do the same thing with the left leg. So drag those left toes back to the corner of the mat. Lift that leg off. Find that center. Keeping that press away from the mat to help you connect to those core muscles from your back. Hold for 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Lower that left leg back down. Sit back. Just take a child's pose here. Stretch out that spine. We're going to do a couple more things here to help us find our core. When our hands are on the mat, we want to make sure we have that press away from the mat and that your hand is connecting you to your back and not your elbow, because that will cause that wrist pain. So you want those fingers nice and spread out and pulling your shoulder blades down towards the back rather than having them round forward. It's going to be a lot of pressure in the wrists. So come off those wrists, press the floor away from you. Think shoulder blades towards your low back. Curl those toes under. Just find that center before we move again. Pull that belly button to the spine. We're going to lift the knees off of the mat and hold. 2, 1, lower those knees back down. Good. We're going to do that 3 more times. So you want to think there's a string wrapped around your ribs that's going to pull you up from the ribs, not necessarily those hips. So keep that press away on the mat. Think of that string around your ribs. Pull that belly in so much that those knees just float up. Doesn't have to be high. Just use your belly to move. 2, 1, lower down. Good. 1 more time. Such a small movement, so effective for your core. One last time, keep that press away on the mat. Pull that belly in so much those knees float off. Hold for 5, 4. Let those legs be dead weight. You have no legs. 2, 1. Lower those knees back down. Sit back into that child's pose. And stretch the spine. Good. From here, we're going to come onto our back. So lie all the way down into that mat. Feet are going to be flat on the mat, hip width apart. Arms are going to come down by your side. So we're going to pull that belly in, closing the rib cage. Stay here, head stays down. You're going to reach the arms up towards the ears and back down to the hips. You want to reach the arms as far back as you can keep your ribs from flaring, right? You want to keep those ribs pulled in. So I don't even touch my ears because my ribs will flare out. So I keep my arms just as much as I can keep those ribs knitted together. Reach and lower. Everybody's reach and lower is going to look different because all of our bodies move differently. 2 more here. Reaching those arms from the back muscles, keeping that core nice and engaged. And lower the arms. Good. Raise them up to the ceiling. This time when we lower the arms, we're going to lift the head, neck, and shoulders. So reach the arms long, lift that head, neck, and shoulders. And lower the arms, lower the head. You want to lift up from those top 2 abs and then lower yourself down using those back muscles, using those abs to lower. And lower down. 4 more, looking straight through those thighs as you come up. And lower, keeping that tailbone nice and long on the mat. And lower. Last one. Reach. And lower. And reach. And lower down. Good. We're going to take our hands and place them on the top of our hips. This is just going to be a little bit of a tool to help you find certain movements in your body. So the hands come to the top of your hip heads. Let's tilt our tailbone towards our nose. So tuck that tailbone in, tip the tailbone to the nose. You feel your hands slightly lean towards you. You feel that tailbone tuck underneath the body. And then let's tip the tailbone all the way down to the heels. You get that arch in your low back. You may even have a gap underneath you. Those hands are slanted down. Let's do that one more time. Tuck that tailbone towards you, towards the nose. And then release that tailbone, arch that back tailbone to heels. Good. And then come back to neutral pelvis. So whenever we move in Pilates, especially when we lift the head, neck, and shoulders, we try to keep that tailbone nice and flat on the mat. So keep your hands here. We're going to lift the head, neck, and shoulders up, and you're just going to feel what your hips do. So lift the head, neck, and shoulders. And if your hips tucked, just relax that tailbone, untuck the hips, and lower. And again, lift up. Just feel into what your body's doing and see if you can ask for a change. A lot of times it's just a habit we need to break. And lower. 2 more. Sometimes I still tuck my pelvis because it was such a deeply rooted habit that I had to break in my own body. So I constantly remind myself, tailbone in length. 1 more time, lift. Hold it there. If you tucked, untuck that pelvis. Hands are going to come back behind the head. Keep that head up. Press the head into the hands. Right knee into table. Lower down. Left knee into table. Lower down. Good. Using that belly to move the leg. Whole foot touching the mat. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. Check in with that pelvis. Keep it nice and neutral. Don't let it tuck. One more each side. And lift and lower. Good. Rest that head down. Good. Let's walk our feet a little bit closer to us. Those hands are going to come to the front of the thighs. As you lift the head, neck, and shoulders, the hands are going to slide up towards the knee. Relax that tailbone. Reach the arms back to the ears. Circle the arms around and up to the top of the knee. Reach back, open, circle, and touch. Good. Deepening that belly as you move the arms. Reach, circle, touch, reach, circle, touch. Two more. You got this. Pull that belly in to move the body and lower the head down. Nice job. That left leg is going to stay on the mat. We're going to bring the right knee into the chest. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Hold on to that right knee. You're going to draw the knee into the body. Lift the left leg up. Put the left leg back down and lower the right leg back down. We're going to do a modified single leg stretch. So hold on to that left knee. Extend the right leg. Just hold this position. Lower the right leg and lower the left leg. Switch sides. Try to keep the head, neck, and shoulders lifted the whole time. Lower the left, lower the right. Switch. Hold the left. Pull that knee in. Extend the right. Pull the belly in to lower the right and pull the belly in to lower the left. One more each side. Hold the right. Extend the left. Lower the left. Lower the right. Good. Pull the belly in each time you move that leg. And lower the right and lower the left. Rest that head down. Nice job. Let's bring the knees into tabletop one at a time. Hands come back behind the head, one on top of the other. Good. If any of this bothers your low back, just bring those knees in closer to the belly to take that tension off. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders up. We're going to lower the feet and pull the belly in to lift. The feet don't have to touch the floor. You don't want that low back to arch. And lift. 3. And 2. And 1. Lower everything down to that mat. Good. Rest those feet down. Let's lengthen the legs out long on the mat. And let's finish with a couple of roll-ups. So you're going to reach those arms up to the ceiling. Legs are together. Feet are together. Inhale. Pick up that head. Look at your feet. Exhale. Roll through those ribs. Come all the way up to seated. Shoulders away from the ears. Lock them into the back. Inhale. Start rolling back. And exhale, lower down. If you have a hardship getting up, which all of us do, aim your hands wherever you have that tight spot. So mine's my low back. So I inhale, pick up my head. I reach my arms right down to my tight spot to help me get up. So reach those arms forward, pull the ribs back. Inhale, start rolling back. And exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. 3 more. Inhale, pick up your head, look at your feet, reach those arms all the way forward, come all the way up to seated. Inhale, start rolling back, and exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale, start rolling back. Exhale, lower down to the mat. One more time. Inhale, pick up that head. Exhale, roll all the way up. Reach those arms forward. And inhale, start rolling back. Exhale, lower down. And rest those arms down by your side. Just bring the knees into your chest. Just stretch out that low back. Rock the knees side to side. If those feet are crossed, uncross your feet. If it feels good, come all the way up. Scrunch into that ball. And we are all set for today. So that was a quick beginner mat Pilates to help you find that foundation in Pilates, strengthen your core so that you can get nice and strong in your Pilates practice. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe down below and come along for the journey.